Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you all being here at the channel today. And a special welcome to all of our subscribers. I appreciate you returning. And for you folks that are new to the channel, for you folks that are here for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And to everyone watching, if you enjoy the content, if you find it beneficial, please consider hitting that like button as well. And finally, to learn more about me, learn more about my company, please check out the links below. And I would point you to a couple different links. Certainly, the email link. If you're not part of our email newsletter, click that, become part of that to become updated on new information that we send out to help you grow and develop your business. Also, please check out the courses section. See if the courses section is for you. You'll find the gym management playbook in there. And this is a very comprehensive program for you folks that are new to the industry, you're just getting started, or if you're struggling at it, it's a great way to really shorten the learning curve and really maximize bottom line profitability. And for those of you that are opening new clubs, you're expanding, check out the gym funding link where you can potentially get funding for up to $250,000 with no collateral. So check those out. Look forward to talking to you guys all real soon. And let's get into our topic today. And it's 10 ways to go broke in the gym business. 10 ways to go broke. And I'm sure I don't have all 10. Okay, I'm sure there's some things I missed. But what I want to talk about here are things that I see on a pretty frequent basis that cause lots of problems, and every one of them have a relatively easy solution. Okay, and so as we're going through this, think about, hey, am I making that mistake? How can I fix it? All right, so 10 ways to go broke in the gym business. Number one, not keeping an eye on cash flow. You would think this would be a normal kind of common thing, but it's not always, okay? I mean, I can't begin to tell you how many owners that I talk to that really have no idea they don't know what their payroll percentages are, their rent percentages are, they don't know, what their profit margins are, maybe on personal training, on retail. They're just not looking at it, okay? All they're doing is knowing that, oh my gosh, I need more sales, okay? And so one of the first things here, if you don't have a budget, a written budget, and the budget meaning, hey, here's our sales goal, here's our training goal, here's our retail goal, and then here's all of our projected associated costs for that. If you don't have one of those, get one of those. And you as an owner, you want to know this every single day. Manage that money, manage that cash flow, because at the end of the day, you have to have money in the bank. Okay, we have to find a way to make this positive, and sometimes that can be making some difficult decisions, but we have to really keep an eye on the cash flow. Don't ignore it. Okay, don't think you can't run from it. Okay, number two, investing too much at first. See this frequently, and when we invest too much at first, well, we still have it later on, right? And I see it a lot of times. I'll give you a couple examples. I see this a lot of times when I get into a turnaround situation and we're looking at a facility. And one of the problems, many times, is that it's become too complicated to run. We've got too much going on. And because we invested too much, we did too many things, we needed all the shiny new objects. And it's just become too complicated. And so in part of that strategy is how do we simplify the operation, okay? And then kind of going back to the beginning of it is, when we're new, oh, that's a great idea, let's do it. That's a great idea, let's do it. That's a great idea, let's do it. And the best message I can give you here is keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep the operation simple to run, okay? Whether if you're going to be running it or if you're going to hire somebody, let's keep it simple. Don't overinvest. I remember talking to a club one time. This was a turnaround, a legitimate turnaround, and he'd made the comment that, yeah, the gym, everything in here was built to last a lifetime. And, I was explaining to him that, really, one of the secrets to the gym industry is it has to evolve. Every few years, it has to become new again, okay? Because technology changes, customers' tastes change, things they want, new competition comes in. One of the secrets to the gym industry is keeping it as new today as the day that it first opened. And so if you, bring all the stuff in that's made to last a lifetime, customers' interest, customers' enthusiasm isn't necessarily made to do that. Number three, appearing to be successful. Okay, and here's what I mean is, a lot of folks, I see this a lot when we first get started, is we start kind of living the lifestyle of what we hope it's going to be 5 years from now. Okay, do more with less is the motto that I've always tried to follow on these operations. Do more with less. When you make it, and certainly do your thing, right? But when you're trying to build this up, do more with less. You don't need the brand new car. You don't need the brand new anything. Just go to work and do your thing, and eventually you'll get there. But if we start kind of living that success life before we're there, it's going to put a lot of pressure and a lot of drain on cash flow and a lot of drain on reserves. Number 4, over-promising and under-delivering. Okay. Now, if you want to overpromise, that's okay, but over-deliver, okay? But the problem I see is, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And I see it a lot of times when we're recruiting staff, we're going to have this, and we're going to do this, we're going to have this, and then we don't. And members that come in, we're going to do all these things, and then we don't. And sometimes we don't because we maybe overspent, now we can't, okay? So don't overpromise and underdeliver. I mean, in a manner of speaking, I guess what most folks would say is, under-promise and over-deliver. I'm not necessarily against over-promising as long as we over-deliver on that over-promise, okay? Number 5, not paying taxes when they are due. Not paying taxes when they are due. And I can tell a lot of stories on these, and most of these have to do with payroll taxes. And, I can think of more than one facilities where you get involved with them, and time you've had interest and time you've had penalties, and I'm sitting down talking to the owner, what's our biggest challenge? And he goes, well, we have some past due payroll taxes. I go, how much? And he goes, well, with interest and penalties, it's about $500,000. Okay, pay your taxes on time. Those payroll taxes, that's money that's owed, sales tax, not your money. Make sure this stuff is paid. And if you have a discipline, issue trying to get it done or wanting to do it, have your accountant do it. Okay, but make sure those taxes are paid, because those penalties and interest can really accrue and really cause a problem, and they're not going away. Okay, you can bankrupt that, close that thing down. Those things are not going to go away. Number 6, this is a typical big mistake: using debt for the wrong reason. Using debt for the wrong reason. If you're using debt to generate revenue, okay, good. Okay, if you're buying equipment with it, it's a lease, okay, nothing wrong with that. You're going to need equipment, okay. But if you're using debt to pay other debt, if you find yourself in that situation, get help, and get help right now, okay. If you're using debt to pay other debt, you've got a problem, and eventually it's going to catch up to you, okay. Number 7, not saving for the down cycle. Not saving for the down cycle. So here's the message we talk to folks that, certainly when they're first getting started, is we like to see you keep 1 month operating on hand. So let's just say it costs you $50,000 a month to run your facility. We like to have $50,000 sitting right here, okay? And in some cases, as we found in 2020, you might need a little more than that. Okay, so when you're getting your funding, keep that in mind, but I like to see at least 1 month. And then the second thing I would say here is, when we're paying our bills, we're paying everybody, pay yourself first. And when I say pay yourself first, you as a person, but you as a company, okay? Every month, whatever you can do, set aside something. Every month, I'm going to set aside this much. And now we're going to pay bills, okay? Make sure you're saving for the down cycle. And if the down cycle never comes, it's expansion. Maybe it's a distribution. It could be a lot of things, but make sure you have money there for that down cycle. You want to stay agile. And plus, you want to be ready to move on potential opportunities that might come around. Number 8, carrying too much inventory. Okay. And this can be in retail. You could have too much. But when I talk about carrying too much inventory, the thing I always think about, is when I go into clubs and we just start to kind of look around. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking at, do we have too much inventory? And I'll look in a supply closet, and we've got office supplies that could last us a year. We could open up our own office supply store. We have so many. It's needless. okay? Or I'll go in the back room and you know, we've got, you know, all the, you know, in one case, I remember we must have had 50 ceiling fans back there that they had bought that they had never used. And, you know, what a waste. Let's sell those. Let's get our money. Let's get our money back in the bank. But don't carry too much inventory, okay? You know, go lean and mean. And even where you can, I mean, I love the idea of drop shipping. If we're talking retail, we're talking supplementation products, things like this. You know, the idea of drop shipping where you're really carrying minimal inventory. Because inventory can really hurt you, not only from a standpoint of you have too much money in it and if it moves slow, but you also have theft issues in there at times, okay? Number 9, this one's fairly common. See it frequently, certainly see it on the personnel side. But in a sense, betting all your money on one product, one person, one vendor, okay? Betting all your money on one product, one person, one vendor. You know, have several things that you sell, okay? Don't depend on one person. Don't depend on one vendor. What you want, at least what I suggest you want, is options. You always want options. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself held hostage by this, and that's not where you want to be. You need to have options, okay? So don't bet all your money on one product, one person, one vendor, okay? And then number 10, not firing a customer that's hurting your business. You know, if you have customers that are not supportive or, you know, I hate to even say it, but employees, I mean, I see some companies, they'll keep employees that are hurting their business, and I'm talking, you know, negativity, okay? But, you know, not firing customers that are hurting your business. If you're in pre-sales and someone's not happy and they're just negative, you know, move them on. You know, maybe they're better off someplace else. But don't keep around folks that are negative and they're going to hurt and destroy and undermine your business. So there's my top 10 list. Like I said when we started, we could probably continue. I see other things. These are some of the things that I see more often than not. And listen to this video a few times. Go through this. Which ones do you see yourself you're doing, or you're heading down that path? You start to correct these simple things, and maybe simple in terms of looking at them. Maybe they're not as easy sometimes to implement. But let's work at it. Let's step out of our comfort zone. You fix those, and you can really work to grow your business. So, folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. Hope to see you on that next video. And before you leave, you know, check out the links below to learn more about my company, and we'll see you all soon.